Hello there. How you doing there, lads and lasses? Have you seen me gold coin? I smell me shilling. If you haven't seen Leprechaun Revenge, you must be living under a rock. Jokes aside, damn, Leprechaun Revenge was very impressive. And, I'm a big Leprechaun fan. I'm always, supporting Leprechaun. And I got the Leprechaun, fan page, Leppy Laddie. That is me, also known as, Booger Boy Meister. But I've been doing, Leprechaun stuff for years, because there wasn't ever a Leprechaun page. And I said, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'll do the Leprechaun page. Because there was a Leprechaun years ago, and her page was like, I don't know what happened to it. It's gone with the wind. So I said, you know what? I'm going to make a Leprechaun page. There's a couple other Leprechaun pages out there, but not too many, honestly. There's only one other one I know of, Leppy Lady. And yeah, she's a very nice lady, by the way. And we'll save that story for another time. But back to Leprechaun Revenge. Wow, what a nice surprise. I was not even expecting this. And usually I know what's going on with Leprechaun. And I try to stay updated on things. But this was very, it came out of nowhere. And when I saw it, I was like, is this a movie? What's going on here? Because I know Michael Levy. I've met him before. Very nice guy. Great, director. If you haven't seen his stuff, check out, Stream, Abnormal Attraction. He knows his stuff. And there's a Leprechaun also in Abnormal Attraction. And he's a big Leprechaun fan, him and his brother Jason Levy. And they've worked on the Terrifier movies. And they're damn good at what they do. And they made this Leprechaun short that kind of just came out of nowhere. And I was very impressed with it, I have to say. I'm a big Leprechaun fan. And, I love, Leprechaun movies. Except for Leprechaun Origins. We don't talk about that one. But, Leprechaun Returns came out in 2018. And, if you've seen my videos over the years, when it first came out, I was like, oh, man, they're gonna screw it up. No Warwick Davis. But, I was wrong. And I feel bad about, some of those old videos I did with me angry that Warwick Davis wasn't in it. But after I saw the movie, I thought it was great. I loved it. And I thought Lyndon Porco did a great job. Yeah, he's not Warwick Davis, but he does a great job. And he's a nice guy, too. I've talked to him before. And he's good to his fans. And there's definitely room for, two Leprechauns, in my opinion. And after seeing Leprechaun Revenge, I was very, very impressed. I love the makeup. It looks great. You got the, the original Leprechaun look. Lyndon Porco returns again. And you got Mark Holton again, back as Ozzy Jones, who you saw in the original Leprechaun, and also Leprechaun Returns, and he's back again in Leprechaun Revenge. This one's kind of like, it ignores Leprechaun Returns, and it's kind of like a direct sequel to, the original Leprechaun. It's a fan film. I mean, it's not official or anything, but it does have Mark Holton back and Lyndon Porco, which was great to see, and it was a nice surprise, because I first saw it, I'm like, is that Lyndon Porco? Who is this? Because I didn't recognize him at first, but then when I heard the voice, I'm like, oh yeah, that's Lyndon Porco. But I was very impressed with the short from Fuzz on the Lens Productions. I thought the makeup was great. The special effects were, traditional to the original Leprechaun. The part where you just kind of like stick his finger out and, the green lightning, or the green smoke, or whatever you want to call it, comes out of his finger. And it's like, this kind of reminds me of the original Leprechaun. You got the, the outfit that looks very, very close to the original. I mean, damn, spot on. Pretty damn close. It's a very well done fan film. And it's pretty damn gory, too, I have to say. That was pretty graphic. So if you like Leprechaun, you're going to really enjoy it. I would highly recommend it. It is on YouTube right now to watch. Just type in Leprechaun Revenge, horror comedy short film from Fuzz on the Lens Productions. I'll give you the link down below too, though, so you can watch it. And let me know your thoughts on it. I think these guys, they should get the Leprechaun. Felipe, he dropped out because he wants to do Bob the Builder. Don't ask me why. But he's not doing it anymore, so somebody's got to take over. And, when I met Michael Levy back in February this year, I believe it was right before Felipe announced he was dropping out, I told him, like, I don't know what's going on with this Leprechaun movie, but if Felipe drops out, yeah, you should try to get it. And I encouraged him. And, for several months, there's been the Levy for Leprechaun, campaign on there. I've been doing a lot of that, too, tagging and all that, trying to spread the word. and also spreading the word on bring back Mark Jones for Leprechaun 9, because this will be Leprechaun number 9, and I hope Lionsgate sees this and actually makes it happen, because we would like to see more Leprechaun. Because it's been a while since we got a Leprechaun movie, 2018, which I thought was a very damn good sequel, Leprechaun Returns, which I was told is a direct sequel and a soft reboot, whatever that means. That's what they told me. The producers told me that. It was a soft reboot sequel. Which, yeah, it follows the original, but the Leprechaun looks different, and it's a different actor. But it's a very fun little horror movie, and I enjoyed it for a sci-fi production. Damn good. They filmed that movie in South Africa, believe it or not, in Cape Town, South Africa. Blue Ice Pictures, and that was probably one of my favorite movies of 2018. And after seeing, Leprechaun Revenge, I was very impressed. I mean, this is what the fans want to see. And I don't know what Felipe had planned, but, he's a good director. I saw his recent horror movie, Rosario. Thought it was very good. Nice, visuals and everything. Kind of creepy tone. He would have directed a good Leprechaun movie, I bet. But he didn't end up doing it. He dropped out. But, as I say, there's always a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Let's hope Levy gets it. I don't know if Mark Jones is going to get it. I don't know who's going to get it. But I'm going to say right now, I support both of them. I hope they can work together and, make this a great Leprechaun movie. Because we need more Leprechaun. I always feel like Leprechaun is cut short. No pun intended. You got, Freddy, Chucky, Hellraiser, Jason, Michael Myers, and all this. They got all their movies, all their merchandise, and Leprechaun is, always cut short. No pun intended. And supposedly next year we're getting a Leprechaun figure from Trick or Treat Studios. And there's going to be some Leprechaun, props or something, also from Trick or Treat Studios that I've been hearing about. But I haven't heard any more about that. I don't know if it's a likeness issue with Warwick Davis or what. But I say if it's a likeness issue, get Lyndon Porco to sign off and get that Leprechaun merchandise out there. Because I think Lyndon Porco is the guy to continue this franchise. I really do. I would love to see Warwick Davis come back, but I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening. Now, I've heard many different stories. Maybe it's possible to get him back if you offer him a lot of money and a big pot of gold. But at the same time, he's older now. It's going to be harder on him. But you can get a stunt double to, do the stunts for the Leprechaun, which they did in the original. But, I don't see him doing it. Because when I met him, I got the impression that he did not want to come back and do another Leprechaun. But he appreciated, the fans and the fact that they love Leprechaun, but I just, kind of got the impression he's like, yeah, I kind of want to leave, Leprechaun where it's at and not do another one. Because it's been a long time since he's done Leprechaun. The last time they did Leprechaun was Back to the Hood. That was way back in 2002. They filmed it, released it in 2003. So it's been over 20 years since he's played the Leprechaun. I mean, he could still do it, I bet. If, he got in there and got in the makeup, he could, get in character again. But, I always say there could be two Leprechauns. If Warwick Davis is truly done and doesn't want to come back, and he's thrown in the hat, and he's doesn't want to chase the pot of gold anymore, I say get Lyndon Porco. He could easily continue this franchise. And that's what we need. And he's proven in Leprechaun Revenge that he is the Leprechaun as well. And he can do it. And he can chase the gold. And he can do probably 3 or 4 more sequels if we get them. And I'd love to see that. And I feel like with the Levy brothers, that's what we'll get. We'll get more Leprechaun. It'll be, popular again. Like, Terrifier. Terrifier 1, 2, and 3. And you got 4 in the works. And I feel like if we got the Levy brothers involved, we'll see more Leprechaun. It will be more popular again. They will help get the name out there for Leprechaun and, get the fans for an old generation and a new generation. So that's what we need. And they know their stuff. They're great at what they do. And it was very graphic and very gory. And it was fun. And that's what we need. That's what the Leprechaun movies are. They're dumb fun. That's why I like them. That's why I do what I do and, spread the word of Leprechaun. But that's all I got to say. I hope Lionsgate, if you see this video, you get Michael and Jason Levy involved with Leprechaun and call up Mark Jones. Maybe all you guys can work together and make a big budget Leprechaun movie and get it out there, get it in theaters, and we'll all go see it and spread the word and get Leprechaun and make Leprechaun great again. Because that's what we need. We need more Leprechaun in our lives. But that's all I got to say. Check out the Leprechaun Revenge from Fuzz on the Lens Productions. Stay gold. I will see you on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, whatever you want to call it. I'm everywhere online. And I'll see you at the next horror convention too, probably. In Minnesota, I'll be going to see the Leprechaun myself again. Warwick Davis, and saying hello to Warwick Davis. But hope everybody is doing well and stay gold, or trouble will unfold. Now make sure you go see Leprechaun Revenge. If you don't, I'm gonna bite your ear off and I'm gonna make a boot out of it there. Ooh. I always love that part in, Leprechaun in the Hood when he's like with iced, I'm about to call him Ice Cube. Ice T. He's like, ooh. I don't know why that part always cracked me up. When he's like, he pulls all the stuff out of his hat and his hair and he's like trying to fight him and the Leprechaun's like, oh, yeah. Oh. But anyway, enough of that. I like Leprechaun. I consider myself probably one of the biggest Leprechaun fans out there. There's some other ones, but I'm a pretty diehard Leprechaun fan. But I hope we will get a new movie or something announced soon. Lionsgate, if you see this, please make it happen. We want the gold. The Leprechaun needs to come back. And I need me shilling. And I need some money. The Leprechaun needs to make some of that money for inflation. Send that Leprechaun a paycheck. He needs to count that gold. Okay, I'll see you later. Levy for Leprechaun. Bye-bye.